Alright, we're going to go over how to build the X-Wing or the Armada Tray. This is everything you're going to get in your kit. Let's go ahead and start out by gluing the inserts to the top. So you'll get two inserts, either X-Wing or Armada. You'll bring them over, set them aside. They have little keys. Either these will come pre-glued on there for you or you have to glue them yourself. You'll have little tabs that insert into there. So basically, take your glue, or the ones they line up on, just put a little dab of glue, then run a small bead around. You don't need a whole lot. Just one enough that it'll just bond to the top piece. Go ahead and just put a couple in. Make sure you put on the right ones. And they'll be a little difficult to get in because they're supposed to be tight. This way it centers it up for you. Just push them in. Pop all your remaining ones out. So you have them ready. Add a little glue. And there should be glue there for when you put glue down already. And then just move the material around so it gets lined up with it. So, like I said, some of your stuff will come either with this already glued together, or you'll have to glue it yourself. Once you put a little glue on stuff, make sure you wipe off all your excess glue from your corners, because that's how your track rides on. So you don't want any glue there. After you glue that piece together, simply put it to the side, wipe the glue off with whatever you want to use. Just make sure your channels stay clean. A book, it doesn't matter what kind of book, you just want to lay it on there flat. And do the same thing to this side as you did to the other. Find your little tabs that line up. Want a small little bead of glue around everything. Make sure you put it up there by the edges. Just like so. Flatten out the glue so it doesn't spread everywhere. Glue goes a long way, guys. Put your tabs into there. Take your remaining tabs, put a little glue on them. Once you get it lined up, it'll go right in. Wipe your remaining glue off. Go ahead, take it to the side, set it there. Lay a book on top. This way, the more weight, the better. So, just so you get a good bond to them. Set those to the side. Next, we're going to take our side panels. 3 holes. You have your handles, holders, and your handles. Just go ahead and pop those out. Put some glue on them. Don't be stingy with the glue, guys. I mean, this is what you're going to hold your stuff with. So, put a little glue on there. Make sure you coat it really good. And don't worry about the glue because the glue dries clear. So, Once you get all those in there, don't worry about the glue underneath. You'll take the rod and the sticker, slide it right through. This should be a little tight. Just so that everything goes together nice. You gotta make sure it's all lined up and level. They don't slide in. Once you get through all three, which can be a little challenging, however, they will go in. Don't force it. Once it gets itself lined up, it'll go right in. It's just a matter of moving everything back and forth to move it across. Once you get that in, go ahead and just make sure it's all straight. Give it a good push down. A little bead of glue on the inside tabs. And like I said, the glue dries clear, so you're not going to see any of it. Go ahead and just push it into the corners. Like so. Once you get that one done, go ahead and set it to the side. So let's see how it looks. Set it to the side. Do the same process to the other one. Take it. Once you get to the second one, just a matter of getting it all to be level. And you want these joints to be tight because, like I said, this is what's going to hold you're going to hold your box with. So once you get it back in there, just make sure it's all straight up and down. Once you're in, little glue, little glue, little glue on both sides. That's to ensure that they don't slide out. Take your fingers and push the excess glue into the crevice. There you go. Set it aside. All right, so you're gonna get 4 of these. 2 of them are gonna be longer than the other. So simply stand them up. Pick out the 2 that are shorter. Set the longer 2 to the side. Take your sidewalls. The shorter ones are your bottom track. Make sure you put in the bottom one. Only put the glue on one side of the track. So pick one side of the track, put some glue on it. A little dab in between. You need to wipe off all the excess glue that's going to squeeze out. Doesn't matter if it's on the bottom, only the top rails. So once you insert that like that, any glue that comes out like that, you need to wipe off. So go ahead and take a little piece of scrap that you may have and run it right down. If you don't clean that out, it will affect the way the top slides. Set it to the side, do the same, repeat the same process on the next one. Glue on the bottom of it, on the inside of it. Excess glue, make sure you wipe it off. Easier to wipe off now than it is later. Go ahead and set that one to the side. Now we're gonna take the bottom part. You're going to get a center, 2 middles, and 2 ends. The centerpiece slots around the bottom. Go ahead and put it in. This is the center one is the one you're going to glue in, so make sure you put some glue on it. The 4 of them you will not glue in, so you can move the slots around on the inside. Take it, go ahead, just lay it in. Alright, for this part of the section, you're going to need some kind of masking tape or blue tape, green tape, white tape, doesn't really matter. You are going to take your side panels and go ahead and set them in like that. Go ahead and run a bead of glue on both sides. A little dot there, like so. Make sure you get it on both sides of the tab, so when it goes together, do it on both of them. On your tape, go ahead and just reel some off. You don't want little, split it down the middle, doesn't have to be perfect. You're gonna want little pieces just so that it can hold together for you. Just set them to the side. Flip one side up. Flip your other side in. Once you've done this, go ahead, stand it up on its end, like so. Move the camera so you can see what's going on. Take your tape and just apply it so that, start in the middle. It's just so it can hold it all together for you. Put one in the middle, put one on the corners. All you're trying to do is just get the pieces to hold onto one another, so when it dries, they can dry together. Flip it over. You do the same thing. Start in the middle, push them in to each other. On the corner, do the same thing. Close the gap up. Put the tape there to hold it. You can put as much tape as you want, as little tape as you want. I wouldn't, a minimum of 3, but you can add more if you like. And the more you put on there, obviously, the better it's going to glue together. Flip it back over and do the same. Now, if you put 4 on one side, put 4 on the other side. If you put 6 on one side, put 6 on the other. You just want to make sure that you have the same even amount of pressure. That's going to hold it together. Go ahead, take your finger. Just not really hard. Just smooth out your glue on both sides. All right, go ahead, take your tape roll again, run some off, split it down the middle, rip them into 2 pieces. Your end pieces with your handles will go just like that. You'll know this is right because your short ones will will be on the inside. If you put your long ones on the bottom, take them off and put your short ones in, because this piece will not go in with it if it's in the way. Go ahead, take it. Put some glue on the tabs. Everywhere the wood's going to touch each other. A nice little bead along the bottom. This will have inside support as well. Go ahead, set it in. Put your tape on. just so that all the spots stay together. Put one on the bottom, one on the top, like so. Wipe your excess glue off. Then repeat the same process on the other side. Add your glue. Beat the glue down. Anywhere everything's gonna touch each other. Wipe your excess glue off before you put your tape on. Hold it in place. And that's all the tape's for. The tape's just to hold it in place. See how I put that tape on and squeeze the glue out? Alright, so now you're going to have two of these. And these are the corner ones because they have these notches in there. You're going to take them and they're going to go right on the inside. So you're going to go ahead and apply some glue to it. It's nice little. Go ahead and insert it right into the holes. Push it against the outside wall because this is what supports your tracks, your outside wall, everything. So once again, you'll take it, put a little glue bead. You can put a little on the edges if you want, but there should be glue there from the front panel. Insert it into the slots. Push it all together. Okay. That is the bottom of the tray. These are your inserts that will go in after the glue dries. You don't want to put it in now because they'll get stuck on the edges. Go ahead and take that part, set it aside with your four remaining. You have your piece right here. Go ahead and pop these out. My fingers are a little big, so I use a little knife just to push them out. So I have 8 of them. Bring back your pieces that you glued the tops on. Set them to the side, just like so. You'll have 2 of these. These are, I guess you could say, your face plates. The way these work is, these tabs here, glue into those tabs there. These corresponding ones just go just like so. So go ahead and run a little bead. Doesn't need to be really thick. Right across. Go up and down from the little squares up, because that's how you're going to put the other pieces in. Run a little bead here, there, there. Your empty holes. And then run a bead right on the face. You want to avoid getting glue anywhere in there. So then you'll take the little pieces that are right there. Short way down. I mean, you'll be able to notice it right when you put it in there. If you put it the opposite way, it won't sit at all. Go ahead and just insert them in. Now when you do this, once you line them up in that crack, the corresponding hole, go ahead and just push those pieces in, like so. By the time you get to the last one, it'll be a little harder because, you know, it's all getting tight. And then give it a good push down. The excess glue, same thing, just wipe it down. It's not going to be in the way or anything, you just want to take it around, do the same, just push that glue in. It's all going to dry clear. Go ahead and take that and just set it to the side the way it is. Make sure it stays standing up. You can take the books that you had before and just push it against the front of it. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to this side. So take this one, take your last 4 pieces, Make sure you take out the little excess pieces that may still be in there from the laser. Same deal. Go ahead and just run your bead, go up and down from the little circles there, so you have glue for the little tabs. Bottom of your tab, little squares going down, face it like that. Short side down. Go ahead and insert it into the corresponding slots. And then give it a good push down. So you start seeing the glue squeeze out of there. And then just wipe off the excess glue a little bit. You do the same, just set it to the side. And all you're doing is just allowing it to have a little bit of time to dry. So I just take a little bit and I'll lay it on one side just so it has a little bit of support, like so. All right, move on back to the other box. Take your 4, go ahead and just insert them. Do not glue them in, just let them sit there. You'll do this after the glue is already dried, obviously. So your inserts, go ahead and just insert them now. Display the box has some stability. Remember, these are adjustable, so we're just laying them in there for the time being. Same on the opposite side. We've got 6 long ones, 3 for each side. And then you're gonna get 6 small ones. Just go ahead and just put them anywhere. You'll be able to adjust all these later on. Right now we're just doing it so the box has center support. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the top of the box. The last 2 rails that you have, the top 2, the long ones, you do not glue these in. These will just rest in. That's it. You'll know that they're right because they touch end to end. Go ahead and just take your top. After it's all dry, I'm sorry. Put one side in. Push up on the tab, lay it in. Do the same on the other side. And then once this is like this, all you're gonna do is just let it sit there. Take your other side and just open it up. Push one corner in. Do the same thing on the other side. And now you're gonna let the box dry. And the box is gonna be a little loose, so it's not gonna want to do anything, so because it's not set up. And that's it.